How would you like to fly faster than the words you speak? How would you like to fly faster than the speed of sound? This is the offering from Boom Supersonic via a remarkable supersonic aircraft known as the XB-1. With this aircraft, you would be able to go everywhere you go in a fraction of the time, and around the world in a day or two, regularly. But while this sounds exciting as can be, it is far easier said than done. Just ask the aircraft that came closest to achieving it, the Concorde. The Concorde. The Concorde was a revolutionary three-crewed aircraft that took the world by storm by doing the seemingly impossible, transporting dozens of people over long distances at supersonic speeds. The Concorde was jointly developed and manufactured by France and Britain at an estimated cost of over $13 billion in today's money. Construction of an initial 6 prototypes began in February 1965, and in 4 years, by March 1969, the Concorde had taken to the sky. Its full glory was easy to see as it flew, a massive aluminum bird designed with a narrow fuselage that can hold up to 128 passengers, a droop nose for landing visibility, and an ogival delta wing to handle the supersonic speeds it was sure to experience. Powered by 4 Rolls-Royce Snecma Olympus 593 turbojets that each produce up to 38,050 pound force of thrust, the aircraft could supercruise at speeds 2 times faster than the speed of sound, and reach a space-bordering altitude of 60,000 feet. Capabilities only previously reserved for relatively compact military fighter jets. And this wasn't the only similarity the Concorde shared with military jets. The aircraft was also the first civilian-carrying aircraft to feature analog fly-by-wire flight controls. Concorde entered service on January 21, 1976, with both Air France and British Airways. It was going to be the beginning of a novel but difficult-to-maintain career. For the customers, Concorde got them to their destinations faster than a private jet could have. For the operators, Concorde was fetching in massive numbers in profit. Everyone was happy, or so it seemed. You see, the Concorde's supersonic speed came at quite a cost. The aircraft was noisy at takeoff and during flight thanks to the sonic booms. It gulped up huge amounts of fuel, had high emissions, and was overall expensive to maintain for its operators and more expensive to fly in than subsonic aircraft for its customers. However, its novelty was enough to keep business moving until one very day. The day was July 25, 2000, and before it came to an end, Air France Flight 4590 would crash, killing all 109 people on board and 4 people on the ground. Commercial service of the Concorde was suspended until November 2001. It was the first and only fatal incident involving Concorde. And although crashes occur even with traditional subsonic planes, the Concorde wouldn't exactly survive this. 2 years after resuming commercial service, the Concorde was permanently retired in 2003, bringing an end to a 27-year-long career and leaving a question mark in people's trust for supersonic flight. A question mark that, after over 2 decades, may now be answered and cleared out by Boom's XB-1. The XB-1. In 2014, an American company that would shake the aerospace industry was founded. The company was named Boom Technology, or Boom Supersonic. 2 years later, in 2016, the company unveiled the aircraft design that would shoot it from a startup into an innovative company that stands out from the crowd. It was the design of the XB-1 supersonic jet nicknamed Baby Boom. Unlike other supersonic jets in service, the XB-1 was designed to transport civilians, not military personnel, at supersonic speeds. But that isn't the full picture. The XB-1 has the nickname Baby Boom for a reason. It is a 1/3 scale demonstrator of the actual full-sized plane Boom plans to put in operational service. The full-sized plane is named Overture. A downsized scale of Overture helps the company prove the viability of the technology without building a mighty expensive full-sized plane. In case all doesn't go to plan, the losses are mitigated. The Unveiled design saw an XB-1 powered by 3 J85-15 engines with variable geometry inlets and exhaust, each producing 4,300 pound-force of thrust. This power plant could get the aircraft to speeds up to Mach 2.2, higher than the speed of the Concorde. Boom, pulling no punches and realizing their supersonic dream, upgraded the engines on the XB-1 to the military versions to take advantage of the extra thrust. To make the most of all this thrust and all this power and go deep into supersonic territory, the XB-1 is made of lightweight materials including fuselage made of carbon composite and titanium. These materials, although lightweight, have the strength and durability of the gods. The XB-1 has an ogive delta wing like the Concorde. And like the Concorde, this wing balances low-speed operations such as takeoff and landing with the high-speed operations of supersonic flight. This means the XB-1 can operate safely and efficiently across a wide range of speeds and conditions, be it subsonic or supersonic. Going into the single-crew aircraft, we see a cockpit built around the pilot's line of vision, supporting visibility during takeoff and landing. A forward vision system, installed in the nose landing gear, adds a second live view of the runway during landing. This greatly helps the pilot's situational awareness and, of course, further improves safety. In addition, there are entire fleets of systems to ensure the aircraft stays safely in the air, whether by operating automatically or by reminding the pilot of protocol activities. It's no surprise Boom is very fixated on safety. The company has a lot to do to earn the people's trust and that of the airlines they patronize, considering the history with Concorde, and it seems they made headway in that regard. Boom Supersonic has already received backing from major players in the aviation industry with American Airlines, United, and Japan Airlines all placing pre-orders for the final Overture aircraft. Overture, as it is proposed, will be a massive airliner 3 times larger than the XB-1. It would carry up to 80 passengers at a time and travel at speeds up to Mach 1.7 and across a range of 4,890 miles. The aircraft is planned to have the same wing configuration as the XB-1 and built of similar materials. It would, however, be powered by 4 turbofans as opposed to 3 on the XB-1, which is no surprise due to the size difference. According to Boom Supersonic, with up to 500 viable routes, there could be a market for 1,000 Overtures charging current business class fares, which is significantly lower than the Concorde's fares. Boom targets $5,000 fares for a New York to London round trip, while the same on Concorde costs $20,000 in today's money. By December 2017, commitments had been made for up to 76 Overtures. Each Overture is expected to cost about $200 million, a steep amount for sure, significantly higher than the $100 million Boeing 737s, but also significantly cheaper than the $400 million Boeing 777s. Depending on Boom's production efficiency, the cost per plane could get even lower, and it appears that's the plan. The Boom will be sized to assemble up to 100 aircraft per year to cater to a market that would potentially demand up to 1,000 supersonic planes over the next 10 years, if not more. Boom Supersonic isn't the only company trying to bring commercial high-speed flight to life, though. Other companies are looking to have a share of the market. One such company is Hermeus. Hermeus's focus is on hypersonic speeds, though, but they're in the same basket as Boom Supersonic, since they also plan to create high-speed aircraft for commercial use. Hermeus's commercial aircraft in the works is known as Halcyon. Halcyon would have a range of 4,600 miles, roughly similar to that of the Overture, but it would reach speeds up to Mach 5, more than twice greater than Overture speeds. Overture is far ahead in development via the XB1 than the Halcyon is, though. But for the Overture to cross the finish line, the XB1 must first prove itself during tests. Taxi testing of the XB1 already began at the Mojave Airspace Port in California. Flight tests will also occur at Mojave in partnership with the Spaceship Company, the company that manufactures Virgin Galactic space vehicles. So the XB1 better be ready for some rigorous tests. And should it pass these tests in flying colors, it's safe to say the XB1 is worthy of growing into the supersonic airliner of the 21st century, a worthy successor to Concorde at last. While supersonic flight has been around for the longest military pilots, it has constantly eluded us civilians, no matter how hard airlines try. But that's about to change as the XB1 and Overture aircraft from Boom Supersonic take shape, pass tests, and enter service to transport us at speeds we've never experienced before. To support these efforts, subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. Thanks for watching.